Hey there, my friends. I hope this video finds you all well. Today, I've talked about my meditation practice in past videos, and I've talked about basically just how I do meditation and how I do breath work and some of the reasons I do it. And I've probably mentioned it at some point before, but one of the biggest reasons for my practices, or one of the biggest reasons this year, is letting go of the past. Um, I have been really, for the last several years, and that's probably caused a lot of my struggles because I've been caught up in things I missed out on. And when I say that I missed out on in the past, it's due to my own actions. And also, it's not like when I say I missed out on things, I missed out on a lot of personal development. I missed out on a lot of maturity. I missed out on a lot of things just simply due to my drinking that most people go through, and also a little bit of privilege that allowed me to, to live like that. But basically, what it amounted to is I never really grew up. I never developed, lots of close relationships with people. And I never developed a lot of characteristics about myself that I'm now starting to see are lacking. Just certain disciplines, being able to have a routine, organize things. And, it's troubled me. It's troubled me in the past. But so far this year, letting go of the past has been one of the main focuses of my meditation practice. I don't know if I'd really say it was one of the main focuses. I've not really changed how I meditate, or I do a little bit more breath work this year than I was doing last year. But that's just some of the things I've been realizing. And, as I've been reading Dr. Michael Singer's, I was thinking about somebody else, Michael Singer's books, The Untethered Life, The Untethered Soul, and Living Untethered, I've just, started realizing that I just need to get out of that thinking. I really do need to just put it all to bed and realize that I just can't do anything about it. But that is easier said than done. I've mentioned a lot of times before, how I've talked about it in videos, like you can't do anything about the past. That's logical, but our mind is not always logical, and we still, we get tripped up on things like that. So I've really doubled down, on, meditation and breathing and just catching myself and awareness, as I talked about in one of my last videos here. And another thing that helps me with that, and that's just one of the reasons why I say the Serenity Prayer often. I don't say that, I'm not in a 12th step program. I just actually like the Serenity Prayer, think the Serenity Prayer benefits more people than just, people that are in recovery. And it's about, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, which is the past, and the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And I have to have that wisdom to know that I cannot change those things from the past. But I finished that second book, Living Untethered, the other day, and in probably, I can't remember, it was definitely in the last third of the book somewhere, but I came across a passage that just really kind of when you've practiced yoga before and you go to a bunch of teachers, and then one yoga teacher says something just the right way and you get it, or in lectures before, maybe in school, you've had something explained to you over and over before, you don't quite get it, or you just get it on a logical level, but it doesn't really sink in. Well, reading this certain passage that I want to share with you actually helped a lot. And it really put it all in focus. And since I finished this book, sometimes my iPad is a little bit hard to get things on. Okay, here we go. And there's a passage here that says, of what possible benefit could it be to still be bothered by something that happened before that isn't happening now? It's already over. There is zero benefit to being bothered by something that is not even happening. On the other hand, there is certainly an amazing cost, your entire mental, emotional, and even physical health. You should be able to look back on your past and say thank you. It doesn't matter what happened. Remember, every moment there are trillions and trillions of things going on in the universe, but you only get to experience one. How can you not appreciate the one you got to see? You came down to earth, and this was the experience you had. That's what your life is. The sequence of experiences you got to experience. Learn to love and appreciate your past. Fully embrace it. Thank it for teaching you. And let go of any judgment that there was something wrong with it. Your past is uniquely yours. It happened. It's sacred. It's beautiful. Nobody else ever had it, and nobody else ever will. And, like I say, just something about reading that passage, which I've probably heard the gist of a million times and said in different ways, just really kind of caught me. Because I've also recently been thinking that if I don't get out of my past, I'm just going to kind of, I could have kept it just spiraling. I've gotten to where, I'm kind of a little bit, I'm not agoraphobic, but I'm not real comfortable with certain things outside the house. I can't tell you. Now, I don't really have a reason to do it, but I'm not really fond of going out after dark or not driving after dark. And that's simply because I haven't done it since I came back to the States, because I don't need to do that. But I don't need to lose that capacity, and I don't need to get to a point where I'm almost like intimidated by going out and driving after dark, or either being around groups of people, or just putting myself in certain situations. And also, it's just kind of caught me up in this kind of weird cycle of, just kind of woe is me, feeling sorry for myself. I had this, and this, and not doing anything about it. That's the biggest takeaway. For these last few years, like I said, I kind of fell into that rut when I came back to the States, and I was really isolated. And you get in, you have lots of time to think. You have lots of time to reflect on things. And I guess I really hadn't realized, back when I was in Costa Rica, even though I'd been, sober, kind of changed the way I ate, kind of just that changed the way I looked at life for years. But it took me a little while to just start really going back. It took me coming back here and being in the situation I was, when I was in my mom's house. She was in the nursing home. And also, I kind of got stuck in a rut here. Haven't really, done what I should be doing here to get to the places that I want to. And basically, that is to get back home to Central America, or to get somewhere else where there's just a little bit more, I'm a little bit more in sync with what's going on. So, that has really just become my focus. And I use every means necessary to me, especially the breath, just having that awareness, having that mindfulness practice that I do, that just I'm getting better and better with setting intentions. Like I get in the car, I tell myself, like there may be idiots, I shouldn't even say that word, there might be bad drivers out there, there might be people that frustrate you. So what? You're not in any hurry to get anywhere. Accept that. Take that as time to take a couple of breaths, enjoy the scenery around me, and not to react to things, and just to almost like stop those thoughts, like just kind of try to be aware as soon as I start getting into that pattern of going over the past and getting kind of down about it. And as soon as I get that, just like be almost like shining a light on that, like no, that's not very helpful. So anyhow, just wanted to kind of share that and just let other people know out there that sometimes it takes work to let go of your past. It's not like there's the thing is, there's nobody, I didn't do anything heinous enough to where, anybody else factors into it. There's nobody out there judging me but myself. So anyhow, I don't know really what the point of that was, other than, like if you were caught up in the past, I would recommend both of these books. I know I've said that over and over, but The Untethered Soul and Living Untethered have probably been two of the best books that I've read in the past 7 years. So anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed this video today. And if you like it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this. And I'll see you here again real soon. Peace.